Hey y'all, cooking, cutting up, keeping it real. I am making my husband's favorite meal tonight. Country style steak, mashed potatoes and gravy, and green beans. I want to show y'all how I'm going to do that. I've got about 1/4 inch of vegetable oil in my frying pan, heating up. I have cube steak, which I'm getting ready to open in the sink and let the blood drain off of it. Did you get your toy cooked? Okay. Now, what we're going to start with first is some flour and some salt and pepper to dredge the country style steak in, or the cube steak, I should say. And my husband likes it fried and then the gravy over top. He doesn't like it as well if I return the meat to the gravy and let it simmer. He would rather have the gravy poured over top of the meat. So that's how I fix ours. Okay, watch out, cook. All right, let's start with the first piece of steak. It's a pretty good size. And what I'm going to do is just get that covered in flour. Let me move my timer out of the way. And I'm going to put that into my skillet. What's y'all's husband's favorite meal that you cook? These were huge pieces of steak. I'm going to have to cut this one in two after I get it done, so we all have one piece at least. Or I may go without and let them have the steak. Now we're going to brown this on both sides. You only want to turn it once. On low to medium high, or low to medium. We're going to brown that, and I'll be back with you to show you what it looks like after we brown it and when I start to make the gravy. Country style steak, y'all. And we're back with country style steak. The steak has cooked on medium, about 6 minutes per side. You can see that it's good and brown. I'm going to take that up and put it off to drain. And I am going to start making the gravy. Okay. Keep your grease on medium for now. Sprinkle the remainder of the flour. And you're going to need more flour than that to soak up the grease to make your gravy. A little bit more. Making gravy is something you got to kind of watch and learn by watching. It's hard to explain, and it's hard to write down in a recipe as well. I'm going to put some salt and pepper. And then I want this flour to brown. So I'm going to give it a stir. Get all of it incorporated. I don't want to see any white. Scrape the bottom. Get those goodies into your gravy. And let that brown just a minute or two. Now, as it starts to brown, you're going to want to have your milk handy. And I'm going to turn this down to low. And we're going to add some milk and continue to stir. And it's going to start to thicken. This is looking really good. You can see on the edges how it's starting to thicken. A little bit more milk to thin it out. A little more milk. Keep stirring. Now, as this gets warmed all the way through, you can turn your heat down. Mine is as on low as it can go, but I don't want this to thicken anymore, so I'm gonna turn my heat off. And this would be when, if you want to put your meat back into the gravy, put it back in there, cover it, let it simmer for about 15 minutes on low. As I said before, my guys like it poured over the top of their meat, so that is done. Now I'm gonna wait for my potatoes to get done, and then we'll be ready to eat. Country style steak gravy, y'all, and gravy. Cooking, cutting up, keeping it real. See y'all.